I'm Terry Kitch-Torrey. My daughter is Megan O'Neill. Megan was born with a hearing impairment, but we didn't know that till she was 3 years old.
I always felt really lucky that I was hearing impaired because I was born knowing what that's like and not what anything else like, so I didn't really feel the disadvantages of it. But I was always just like, God, I cannot believe that some people go through life not being able to see anything. And I just remember like very distinctly being appreciative of having hearing loss than a vision loss.
We would have big boxes left over from things like a TV set or whatever. She'd drag them up to her room and find scissors and gray masking tape and be gone for hours, and then drag me up later to see what she had created. And it would be this big box with rooms on the inside and doorways and windows and mountains of gray masking tape. It looked a mess, but it was beautiful. I
was like so excited. I don't even know if I knew how to say the word right, but I was like telling her I'm going to be an architect.
I wasn't surprised when she decided to become an architect, and I was thrilled for her. She did really well at KU, but it was about that time that she was starting to complain that there was something not quite right with her vision.
So I was driving to my sister's apartment in Kansas City one time, and I would usually try and get there before it got dark outside because I already knew that it was hard seeing in the dark. The road that I would take to her house was really curvy, and it would bend in some ways and then turn back another way, and I couldn't like see like what was coming, and like something would come out of nowhere and it would just scare me, and I didn't see it, and I almost got into like 3 car accidents that night. I had already known that there was something wrong, but that night I was kind of like, I have to figure out what it is because I'm going to hurt someone or hurt myself.
So we found someone in the Kansas City area and made an appointment and went to her, see the ophthalmologist, and he was doing his examination and at some point left the room, and he looked very nervous, but I went out to the hall to see what was taking so long, and he stopped me at his desk and he said, have you ever heard of Usher syndrome? Is all I could do to keep my knees from buckling. How do you turn around and face that door that your daughter's sitting behind who's waiting for an answer? And you're the one that has to tell her that she's gonna go blind.
He starts explaining what Usher syndrome is, and he said, and that's what I'm going to diagnose you with. I was like, oh. He was just very matter of fact, without like trying to like be, are you okay? He was just, and so it helped kind of like get me out of the office. But as soon as we went up to the front desk to check out, I like went out into the hallway and I started sobbing. Like I couldn't believe, I don't know, I just started sobbing. My dad came out and he just started patting my shoulder, and Mom came out and she was crying, and so it was really weird and really upsetting, and
hardest thing I think I've ever had to do. So, naturally she was scared to death. We were all scared to death. We had no idea what to do. We'd never heard of this. In all the years that doctors, audiologists, specialists, no one ever mentioned Usher syndrome, that was something that we maybe needed to look out for.
What was really devastating about it was I was 22 and had finally decided what my career was going to be, and when I was going to finish school, what I was going to do after school, and how my life was going to be. And I was really excited about it. And then in the middle of all of it, I hear that I have Usher syndrome and that one day I'm just not going to see. And we don't know when I'm not going to see, but we already know how much I can't see, that I've already lost all of my peripheral vision. And that it's just going to keep getting worse. So it was really devastating to lose my independence, to know that the career that I chose was not going to be one that I could do forever. And it was a career that I had fallen in love with and one that I had always loved my entire life. So it was really devastating to know that I wasn't going to be able to do what I had always loved to do. And just devastating to know. I felt angry because I felt like I was always already appreciative of like just a really beautiful day or just seeing somebody that I loved. And so I felt like it was like really unfair that now I wasn't going to see it. I was like, I already have a hard time hearing things, and now I'm not going to see the things that I'm very appreciative for.
So after she was diagnosed, we just went home and tried to think. You know, you don't know what to do. You don't know where to turn. They tell you things that you don't want to hear, like there is no cure for this.
That first year, like I don't remember a whole lot from it, and I don't remember really. I know it was really hard, and I felt a lot of pain, but it seems like it was easier than this past year has been. And I think it was because people were so supportive, and every day I would wake up and Mom was like, oh, so-and-so called, and they wanted to see how you were doing, and it was always really nice to hear that. And so they all kind of helped carry the pain for me that year, and it just seemed to be easier.
And it was one morning I got up, and Megan had come into the kitchen and was sitting at the table and looking pretty down. And I said, what's wrong, hon? And she said, Mom, I'm having one of those days, you know, where I look at things and I look at Kaylee or flowers or anything, and I wonder, am I going to be able to remember what that looked like, that shade, that expression? Am I going to forget these things?
I know that there's a way that sunlight shines through the window, or there's a way that when the sun sets, I don't know, there's something about the way that the sun is that I'm going to really miss when I can't see it set anymore, the way it shines into the window like a certain way, or just like, I don't know, there's something about light that I just really love that I'm going to miss, I know. And I know I'm going to miss seeing my nieces. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see what they look like when they graduate from college or anything like that. And that scares me to death.
This is not okay. This is unacceptable. And I'm not going to stand here by myself and wait for somebody else to do something about it. I have got to be part of that, or I won't be okay myself. So we came up with, and especially with encouragement of family and friends, that we start this foundation, the Usher Syndrome Foundation.
My personal goal with the Usher Syndrome Foundation is to raise awareness about it and have more people know about it, and to get more funds for the research that's being done, because there's research being done and they're learning a lot, but if they had just a little bit more funds to do more research, I feel like they could just get to that next step. And they're so close, like I can feel it, like them finding something, like discovering something great. They just need a little help, and I want to help them. And there's a possibility that, you know, like they'll find something within my lifetime and be able to cure me within my lifetime, but they need more research, and I want to help them with that research. And I'm really hoping, my ultimate goal is to get so much money for them to research that they find a cure in like 5 years. And that's what I really want to have done. But realistically, I think I just want to have, I just want to help the research that's out there right now. I don't think there's a luckier girl than me to have with the family that I've got. I knew I always loved my family, but I don't think I can really describe how much I love them. I don't think love is even a word, because I think about each and every one of them and everything that they've done, and it's just like from this feeling from the bottom of my heart that I know I have the most wonderful family in the whole world, and I really hope that they know that.
Come on, please.